of you who have just walked in, we were watching a 60-minute piece on Salman Khan, who I'll be talking about in just a minute in my official presentation. Of course, if you've never been to my presentations before, it's very loosey-goosey. I kind of go all over the place and then come back into a nice cohesive mess. Just kidding. But you know,
Oh, you're fine.
I do need to drink water first. And then let's start the show. Get going. So, how's everyone doing this morning?
Great.
Great, awesome. All right, glad everyone's awake at 9:30. I know the 8 o'clock crowd was a little dead, but unfortunately I wasn't part of it. We're here to talk about flipping your class. We're going to talk about online accountability, student mastery, game theory, and we're going to go over 5 free tools for you to use in the classroom. So by the end of this session, you'll be able to use 5 free online tools to flip your class, basically. So, I got like a double whammy. To move forward, I'm going to start with this brief little video that I like to use. This is basically young guy, me, 4 years ago at ACTE when I first stepped on stage for the very first time in front of 5,000 of you.
Just watching this morning's speaker.
And it's very funny because everyone laughed at me, so I like to start with this little funny icebreaker video.
Whom I know you're going to enjoy.
And there's good old Ed.
Indulge me for just a minute, please. Welcome the founder and president of KP Education Systems, Wang.
Yeah, it's doing it. So that's what happens. I don't know why every time when I connect to a projector, it does that. I can diagnose the same thing. So let's go ahead and let me do it the other way. There we go. So that means my other video.
Just watching this morning's speaker, whom I know you're going to enjoy. Indulge me for just a minute, please. Welcome the founder and president of KP Education Systems, Wang.
This is when I was much younger.
KP, Knowledge in Practice.
I was really
I'm
nice.
Wang, founder and president of KP Education Systems, and I have devoted my entire adult life to the pursuit of furthering.
Okay. I haven't used that line ever since then. But I was wondering why people were laughing at me. This is my first time ever standing in front of teachers.
My entire adult and childhood, I guess, pursuit of furthering education through technology. KP is proud to sponsor Chef Jeff Henderson. We share in his personal passion to fight for what is right, to provide opportunity for all through knowledge and practice. KP is dedicated to that. Thank you, Chef Jeff, for being an inspiration to us. More importantly, I would like to thank you, the devoted CTE educators. Without people like you, reaching people like me, the ones who didn't perfectly fit the academic model, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you today. Please give yourselves a round of applause.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Ed, and the ACTE Association.
And then I walked the wrong way. Like, no way. Yeah. That was my debut moment of glory. I use that as an icebreaker because it kind of puts me back into, like, my roots. kind of, because a lot of people think like, you have a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're successful, you probably have a pedigree, like, went to MIT or Harvard. No, actually, the truth is, I had a terrible time in high school. I have a problem with ADHD, as some of you already pointed out and probably noticed this morning. Unfortunately for me, growing up in the Chinese restaurant, we were really poor, so we didn't get a chance to go see psychiatrists. So I had to learn to deal with it and turn my greatest deficiency into my greatest asset. So I could actually absorb so much more information than if I were like taking down that one structured path. So thank God for that. So I only mention that because I don't come from that background. CP was basically why I gravitated towards computers, technology. I actually dropped out of university and went to community college because the path I was being forced down didn't make sense for me. And then because of that, if you can imagine, 15 years ago, I was an introvert, computer programmer. And I kind of came out of my shell. So with that, this is why I wanted to bring this to your attention, because this is more than just a job. For me, it's a personal passion. Because what I want to do is I want to reach the kids who didn't have the opportunities to do this through technology. I was fortunate that I was left to explore. I was left to be able to go beyond it. And why we're talking about the flip model is because that is a way to be able to reach the kids who don't fit the 60% or the 50% or whatever percentage of the model that we're all teaching for, that we could get the people on the fringes. For me, I was bored in class because I wanted to go faster, but they didn't let me go faster. In some classes, I had to do it more times, but I was kind of behind, so I kind of just fell off. I actually failed a class in high school, and I had to retake it, if you can believe that. So yeah, I've just completely downplayed myself to be a complete idiot now. Well, at least that's a good thing, because if you put yourself on a pedestal, the only place you can go is. All right, so on with that. Enough about me. Let's talk about flipping. Okay. Let's go ahead and skip this. All right, so why do we flip? Why do we want to flip our classroom? Anybody answer that question? And I know you guys, so for those of you who watched the Khan Academy video before when we were waiting, don't answer, but anybody else? Because you know the answer. All right, go ahead, sir. On the ground.
I think it's good because it individualizes the instruction.
Bingo. Differentiated, individualized instruction. Meet every kid for every need. That is one of the biggest reasons why we flip. The other one is access. We want kids to take ownership of their education, and they want to take ownership of their education. So the flip model is ideal for that because that takes it right into their hands. So this is a statement that I really take near and dear to my heart, especially because I never read textbooks when I was a kid, and I hated textbooks. So this is another personal battle. Textbooks of yesterday don't fit the students of tomorrow. We're still teaching kids, maybe even ebooks, PDFs, any type of electronic media that still follows that same linear textbook fashion is not innovation. And we have technology that does a million things. We have shopping carts that tell us what we want to buy. We have mobile apps that that we can play birds work across the screen and learn about physics. So there's so much more than just the standard textbook in life. So technology, unfortunately, makes us feel this way. If this was a pile of paperwork, it's a pile of netbooks or laptops. It's going to fall on you. So, but the thing is, as we move forward, technology becomes easier and easier, and that's why we're able to flip. Because before, you had to be a TV producer to be able to do a lot of things. Now, anybody with a smartphone can easily put information in the web. Okay, so we're going to break the traditional classroom model and go into the flip model. So this flip, which I won't play this way, illustrates
Okay, we're going to stick this in here, and then I'm going to pour in the milk. I hope this works because I didn't bring a change of pants.
Look, I Googled it. It's a fake picture. That's it. No cake for you. Anyone else want to join the no cake club?
Just kidding, boys and girls. Everyone gets cake. Okay, we're going to stick this in.
So, doesn't that, I mean, that's one of my favorite TV shows. A bunch of rocket science geeks, their everyday lives. Totally fits my little people. But it's true. Like, kids, they have information at their fingertips. And they can look anything up now. And that's what they expect. Immediacy, instant response. All that instantaneous. Like, you know, I remember when I had to do some research. I had to go to the library, search up keyword terms. And fortunately, we had like a back system, so we could do something. So searching, and I had to go to the microfiche library, pull up the article, scan through. Yeah, I'm dating myself now. Scan through the microfiche, and then, you know, it would take hours just to find that one article you're looking for. And you do your research, and then it's not accurate because you didn't vet through the 300 articles you were supposed to find, right? So they don't have that anymore now. I want to watch this other video here on why I put my button.
I've been teaching math for the last 5 years, and this is why I flipped my classroom. This is what my classroom used to look like. I was teaching to the middle group of the class, the students that could follow along with what we were doing when we were going through the content, while I had a group of higher level students, not challenged, bored with the information, ready to move forward. And I had a struggling group of students that were not receiving enough effective remediation. They didn't have the basic content they needed to be working on the content we were currently covering, or they needed more help in order to be successful. This led to a 90% use of class time being spent on delivery and review of content. 90% of the time I was at the front of the classroom lecturing to a group of students, and I wasn't meeting all of their needs. 10% of class time was actually spent on application, which led to, depending on students, to do the application needed to be successful. They had to go home or outside of class and work on applying the concepts that I was giving out in class. This constant battle of not reaching the needs of all students and feeling the need to differentiate for all of my learners allows teachers to feel overwhelmed and ineffective because we see the need for differentiation, but there's just not enough time for effective differentiation. This calls for a drastic change in how we teach. This is where flipping the classroom comes in. Now the students outside of class preload the content. They get the information they're going to need for class. They can pause and rewind and rewatch the videos as many times as they need to. They can post questions online to their classmates or to the teacher. And it's a self-paced program where they can be remediated by going back and reviewing former topics, or they can work ahead when they've already mastered a concept and are ready to look forward. They get the content here before class, so that when they come into class, my whole classroom has now shifted, where I'm at the center of the class.
Now that's the ideal situation. And oh, by the way, the chairs have arrived. So,
working between these differentiated groups, focused on different pieces of application. I can now work between each of these groups that are moving at their own pace. This has created a 90% use of class time spent on application of the content, and 10% of class time is spent on delivery of content, when I can answer questions that have been posted or take any other questions that have come up from applying the content. Now in my classroom, all students are engaged and challenged. I have time to work with each group, give them individualized time and instruction as they need, and I can actually of the groups to provide effective differentiation for all my varied groups of learners. My struggling students, my middle group of learners, and I can now extend and expand on my higher level students' prior knowledge and challenge them in the classroom. To learn more about flipping the classroom, visit the Friday Institute.
All right, I love that video because it summarizes the need, the application in a very nice, concise little video. And she is just a regular math teacher. And I'm going to talk about Salman Khan in a minute. And he's like a little rock star, but I consider her a rock star. She is a rock star in flipping the class because she's doing something that, and putting that information out there for other teachers to benefit from. Really great video. So, all right, so on Khan Academy. I showed a little clip from or not the little clip, but the whole thing pretty much. From 60 Minutes for the early birds here this morning. But I'm not going to have a chance to show it to you right now. Just Google 60 Minutes Khan Academy. It's a great little piece about what Salman Khan has done to bring national attention to education. He has basically, for those of you who don't know, anybody not know Salman Khan and what he's done with Khan Academy? Anybody? Okay, a few of you. So everyone knows Salman Khan? Right, great. It wasn't the case even 4 months ago. People were like, what's Khan Academy? So it's really, really, really come around. A lot of what he's done is amazing. A lot of people disagree with a lot of the things he's put on there. But the way that I see it is, he has brought national attention to a growing need in education. And because he's brought national attention, getting the news media, CNN interviews, 60 Minutes, TED, he has shed the light that we are in need of resources and technology to be able to reach the kids for differentiated instruction. And because of that, the parents are aware of it now. And because of that, you guys are aware of it now. And you guys want to make a change too. So that fundamental change is important. And Khan Academy has basically set that forward because everyone knows that. So how do we do it? Well, we do it through a series of methods. A lot of people just post information on the web, and that's one method of doing it. Like you can use a blog, you can use a wiki site, you can use Google Sites, and you just start putting information online, and then the students will get to it. That's one method of flipping, and that's actually the most simplistic form of flipping. Excuse me. It's just taking the information, recording a video of yourself, uploading it to YouTube or TeacherTube or SchoolTube, and then having students access it. But then you have to put your information out into the collective consciousness of the web so that other teachers can take advantage of it as well. Kind of like what Khan did with his videos. So he put his videos on the web and teachers started using it, and then they started augmenting it. That's the most simplistic form. So for me, flipping is not a new concept actually. It's homework 2.0. Remember the days when you had to send your students home with a book and tell them to read chapter 3? That's flipping the class, right? But the thing is, the biggest difference is the traditional media, the textbook media, does not engage the students. So now, homework 2.0 is telling students, go online, log into your account or log into something else, and then go through the materials that I posted online. Hopefully it's more than just a PDF or something like that. It could be media, or it could be something like that. So for me, flipping the class isn't new. It's just homework 2.0. So I'm going to go over 5 free cloud tools today so that you can use this and start working with it. The very first one, which is a really awesome project management tool called Trello. Second two are basically a PowerPoint, cloud-based PowerPoint slide system called SlideRocket and SlideShare. The third one is Google Drive, which is a way to do documents online. And there's actually a lot of classes devoted to Google Docs and Google products too. And the last one, which is near and dear to my heart, is KB Compass. And KB Compass takes all the information that you do up there and wraps it into a mastery and accountability system. Because for me, just putting information online isn't enough. For me, there needs to be accountability. There needs to be some form of encouragement. So that's why we go for mastery. Oh, and I put NCPN on there by accident. My bad. Talk about a faux pas. Oops. Let's go back to that. Okay, so everyone's scurrying, writing down all these different resources. I'm also going to give you a site so that you'll have all the information right at your fingertips. Because what good would I be if I didn't do that, right? And the reason I say it's private and exclusive is because we're only opening this platform up to people that I actually talk to. It's not an open, it's private, basically a private thing major. Can't think of the proper word. There goes my pedigree, right? And the thing is, like, we don't want to blow up, but we want to get support. We want people to experience our ideals, our philosophies, and how we approach education and how life's different. So first off, I'm going to say hello to Trello. So Trello is an amazing tool. So we're going to actually, the best way to do it is just to watch this nice little video.
If you've ever had to coordinate a team of people working on multiple projects, you know that the hardest part is keeping track of where everyone is up to and what everyone is working on. That's what Trello helps you see instantly at a glance. This is Trello. Trello is really simple. It's just a bunch of lists, and each list has on it multiple cards. And each card is one of the little projects that your team is working on. On the right-hand side, you see a bunch of images here. Those are all the people on this team.
And remember, the keyword is simple.
And this particular team is a company called Artist Exploitation Incorporated. What they do is find young garage bands on YouTube and then give them an extreme makeover and then an exploitative recording contract. So on the left-hand side, we have the new bands that we've just found on YouTube, and when we find a new one.
Oh, by the way, there's still chairs out there, so if anybody wants a chair, they're just outside the door.
All you have to do is click Add Card and type in the name of whoever we found on there. Each of these cards has a bunch of stuff on the back of it, which you get to just by clicking on the card. This one has some voting, as you can see. There's a bunch of conversation, like a little chat here, and of course you can upload and embed things. So there's an uploaded YouTube video of the band live work. The first thing that we're going to do on this team is pick the top ranked bands. Everybody votes on the ones that they like, and the ones that are best, we're going to actually do live in-person auditions. And so we're just going to drag over some of those cards into the audition column in order to choose the ones that need an audition, and then I'm going to assign people to them. So I'm going to assign, Lena will be in charge of My Little Brother, and Tyler is Canadian, so he can do Girlfriend in Canada, and Justin's going to do Sedate Dilemma. And I really like that Sedate Dilemma band, and it got a lot of votes, so I'm going to drag it up to the top here, so we work on that one first. By the way, this stuff is all happening in a web browser over the internet, and everything is instantly synchronized as you make changes. So whatever changes I make here will immediately show up in all other browsers, everywhere else on the internet. And so people can just keep a copy of this open on their desktop and immediately see what's going on.
That'd be smart.
As the changes are made, they'll immediately reflect on it.
All right.
So Justin goes in, he does an audition of the Sedate Dilemma band. He thinks they're really awesome. We're going to sign them up, and we send them over to the makeover department just by dragging them over here. And I'm going to assign our makeover artist, Michael, to work on that. Michael is going to actually just draw a little image of what he thinks the band should look like. There's his drawing, and upload this to the back of the card where everybody can see it. There we go. And finally, he's going to send it over to the final review process. Done. And I'm in charge of all the final reviews, so I'm going to assign myself to that part. And when I look at this band, there's a couple of changes that I want to make. So I'm going to add a checklist here of all the things that I want to change. First of all, I think it should be a little bit more glam. Secondly, I want to somehow find a way to exploit the teenage girls' love for vampires and Twilight and everything to do with that whole thing. And third, more cowbell. Once I've added my checklist, I'm just going to take this card and send it back to the makeover department where Michael's going to go in there and make these changes that I've asked for. He's already got a picture that has a slightly more glam version. And then you can check that off. For capitalizing on Twilight, he's just going to propose a different name for the band. That should do that. And the cowbell we can always add in post-production. No problem. So he sends it to me for final review, and I love it. And I just drag it over to the record first album column, where we assign our recording engineer, John, to work on that. Now, everything about this process is completely reconfigurable at will. So, for example, if we decide that this band has to wait another year to get a little bit older, we can make a new list for bands that are waiting to get older. There we go, and we can drag it over there and wait. It's a very simple process by which anybody can keep track of everything that's going on easily. Let me show you a couple of other simple Trello boards. This is not only for exploiting youth bands. 400 Ventures is a VC firm. They invest in small startups, and their deal flow comes in on the left-hand side, ideas for investments. They get reviewed by associates, and then they get assigned to partners to review. They go to a full partner meeting, and the current portfolio is things that they've invested in. Past investments is things that they've already sold. So that's an example of a small team using Trello to keep track of all their investments and make sure that they know where everything is up to. Another example I have here is the system administration team. This is a real board from the Stack Exchange system admin team. George and Kyle use it to keep track of stuff that they might want to do one day, stuff that they're going to do, stuff that they're doing right now, etc.
All right, so that's so what do you guys think of that? And the best thing is it also works on any mobile device. Now this could be a Google device. This could be a smartphone. You can still call crack. And what do you guys think of that? Did it look easy? Did it look simple? Did it look intuitive? Just drag stuff around, move stuff around. The best part I love about it is that it tracks all activity. So somebody can say, hey, I just uploaded this file, and you can see when it happened, and they can comment on it, you can vote. It's just such a great tool. And the best part of it, it's free. Absolutely free. This company makes buco bucks doing other things, and this is just one of the byproducts of what they do in their master business. And they decided, hey, instead of just leaving it to ourselves, let's just open it up and have other people take advantage of that technology, which is great. So that's Trello, and I think that video does a really good justice to it. But here's a regular Trello board, so I could actually you can see it move stuff around. I could change the order of things. Go in there and start typing comments. I don't want to do that because she's going to get an alert on that. And then I get to assign people. So this is actually a Trello board I set up for a nonprofit that I'm a board member of, for Phoenix Conservatory of Music. It's actually the past president of that. I was president for 3 years, but they ousted me. I was a little too crazy for them. No, actually, 3 years is a long time to be a president. So yeah, you can use it for any application. You can even use it for your own personal to-do list. Think about how awesome that is. So you can drag it to different statuses and things like that. Or my personal favorite, your personal spouse's to-do list. Where's your update? Update status on mowing the yard. Sorry, has been delayed due to Hurricane Sandy, right? Okay, so that's Trello. I love that. Now, okay, so the next one I'm going to show you, because I want to get to it, is this. How you can get access to all the information. So this is the site that we created. It's a student portal. You go there and you log in and you type in this class code. Because it's a student portal, we will not email you because it's against our policy. So you don't worry, your information is private and safe, stays circle. So you're all K-12 students. But if you enter that course code, you're going to be entering my class. And then in my class, I'll have the information about Trello and all these other services in there for you. In addition to that, it is the way that I can take your account and convert it into a teacher account. That way you can take advantage of this tool, because when you're a student, I could actually flip a switch and turn you into a teacher. And as a teacher, you're going to be able to do a lot of additional things, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Just like Trello, our primary business was creating a culinary arts curriculum. We created a platform for our own curriculum, and that's actually how I make money, is selling a culinary arts curriculum. But the byproduct is this platform that we developed that is super powerful because I wanted to make it fit me. And what I'm doing here, because this is an exclusive offer, is that I'm offering to all of you the opportunity to use that platform for free. Because we want to gain support. We want people to see the things that we're doing, and I'll show you in a minute, the philosophies that we're approaching, and why we want to see a fundamental change in education, because the stuff that they're typing out to us is still crap compared to what we can have. Right? Yes. All right, so everyone done writing down that code or taking a picture of it? And just in case, I've got to do this in my last session, I brought my business cards, so grab one of these and email me, bug me, if I don't get to it in time. Okay, moving on. So, a lot of what we're doing with flipping class coincides with the BYOD movement. I always like to say BYOB. It is a little early for that, so I'm for some Bloody Marys. But BYOD means bring your own device. So a lot of kids have Kindle Fires. A lot of kids have nice, new Christmas presents like the Nook or the Galaxy Next 7. These like $200 devices are almost as powerful as laptops just 4 years ago. Amazing. Because it allows you to do less lecture and more one-to-one. So, oops, I'm hitting back. So, onto the KP Compass platform. So the way that we approach information is, these are basically individual content pages. This could be anything. It could be a website, it could be a document, it could be a video, an animation, or whatnot. Over here we have learning objectives. So this is basically a page format that you would look into and use. These indicators here just means that it's a basic or advanced mastery page. The way that we take care of mastery is through abundant assessment. So in each of the pages, we have lots and lots of questions. So instead of just like 1 or 2 questions per page or something like that, we have a lot of questions. And that's one of the things that makes it so much more rigorous in the testing structure. And you can see that very first question there is in foreign language. So you can actually put any type of language into the format. When the students go through the content and information, they get feedback. They get color indicators telling them the areas of need. The best way to describe this process is, what I really designed in the system is a personal tutor. So you think of this as an electronic digital tutor, or as many of you call it, a formative assessment system. But I don't like using that word because formative assessment can also mean you got that question wrong, here's the answer, Billy, right? That could be called formative assessment, not very effective. So in this type of formative assessments, we have a mastery system involved. So in order to do that, the way that we approach it is like, I am your personal tutor. I meaning the software. You come to me and you say, hey, I want to find out how well I know this information on digestion and metabolism. So I ask you a series of questions. I go, so what's the fundamentals of chewing food? How does your tongue actuate when you're eating? How much saliva, blah, 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 blah. And after I go through all these questions, you give me all your answers, I say to you, hey, you need to work on these areas. So what did I get wrong? Well, you just need to go study those areas. So what answer did I get wrong? No, you just need to go study these areas. The answer's there. Go master that information. But, no, we're not spoon feeding them the answers anymore. what we're doing is we want to take it to a higher level of academic rigor by making them master the concepts that are found on each individual page. So then after I go through it, I study the pages again, and I go, hey, how would I do? And I say, you did better. I'm going to level you up from red to orange. So you did better that time. Or I'm going to level you up from red to green because you just did an exceptional job in answering my questions. That is the personal tutor that I'm trying to develop. Because that's something I needed when I was a kid. As a teacher, you get really cool results. So this is something that you can use as a kind of like a roadmap to find out students in need, ones that have to do it many times, so the numbers means how many times they've gone through that formative assessment piece, so that you can go in and focus on the students that really need the help, let the ones that don't need the help soar, and then take care of the ones that really do need extra attention. And if you need to, you can actually even dig in deep and find out exactly what they answered, so you can really do some research and say, okay, Billy, I see that you've answered that question wrong 3 times, so I'm going to help you understand that concept. Because duplicate questions can happen too. I can ask you the same question, and you can give me the same wrong response. Okay, so this is basically the teacher dashboard that you're seeing here. And here's the student's response page. Now the important thing about this is that we're giving them some game features. So we got a robot that levels up. It's cutesy. It gets better parts. It also travels the world. So in this case, right now, Chromie here, which is a K-bot, knowledge bot, is in Buenos Aires. And every single module gets assigned a random city. It's cute. It's fun. It's part of the game mechanic. And the best part about it is you don't have to build those game mechanics. It's a wrapper that wraps around it. All you have to do is put content and questions in, and the rest of it takes care of it. Easy, easy, easy is the point. I have to tell you, because I came from culinary arts, and my primary audience is culinary arts teachers, I had to develop it and make it work for them. And this is not a knock on culinary arts teachers, because I know some tech-savvy culinary arts teachers, but they're not computer teachers. They don't have all the, some of them only use email and have a flip phone, and they use this. So. Did I just describe a few of you here too? So, you guys are my perfect audience, right? So what we want to do is make it relatable, make it easy for people. So, we use abundant assessments, item response theory, which gives you immediate feedback. The abundant assessments is actually the same methodology that's used in IQ testing. So we're using that same technology. Our job is to build confidence and create mastery, which ultimately equals formative success. So, what I've showed you with KB Compass is happening all here in the A quadrant. This is the Rigor Relevance Framework by the International Center for Leadership and Education. And as many of you know, we're not supposed to be in the A quadrant, but A quadrant has to exist because you have to get the information to the students. So what I did was create something right here in that corner of the A quadrant so you can easily transition the students to the B area. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the platform and then move on. So over here we have the content. Here's a class. Here's a class with a bunch of random materials. So you go through here. I'm going to get rid of this picture of me. And then you can see that here, I've integrated the Khan Academy video as part of
the second law of thermodynamics tells us that the entropy of the universe is always...
Okay, I'm about to fall asleep. But anyway, so we have, so you can see how it's integrated right into the platform itself. And then we go to the next page. And the key is like, you're not bouncing them out. A lot of people who use online platforms like Moodle, you know how difficult it is and how cumbersome. And the key is to make it easy. Here's a recipe page that's been encompassed as part of it. Next page, next page. This is a cool video that a teacher made of bloodborne pathogens. And this is a Washington State teacher.
Bloodborne pathogens.
All right, enough of that. And then once you put the information into the wrapper, then you go in and you add questions. So here's a question. I could do these different types: true, false, multiple choice, essay. Short answer. Type in a question, hit save, and then I forgot to. You can also rate it by Bloom's taxonomy. So over here you can rate Bloom's level. So it's all about making it easy. Once you add the questions in, then it's part of the mastery system. So this is the next page. Go back to the full text. So this is using a slide share, which I'm going to show you right after this. Basically, it's a PowerPoint slide. Oh, it's too small. Let's make it bigger. Cloud-based PowerPoint slide. So that means that you don't have to worry about versions. So if you need to make a change, it changes for everyone. We actually are being piloted by the state of Washington for a disaster readiness program that they're doing right now. So and they're using our platform to promote student and teacher mastery. Pretty cool. Over here, the slide rocket, same thing. So here's just a web page. So just demonstrating that, like, you can put many forms of mixed media right into it, like a Google spreadsheet. If you use Google Docs, you can throw it right in here. It's live, so if you make an edit, it's always live. And that's the key about all these different technologies. That it's not resting on your hard drives anymore. It's resting in the cloud. And the cloud makes it so that it's everywhere all at once. And it's always updated. And don't worry, I will provide you instructions on how to do all these different things when we get you signed up. So all the different tools and resources. This Prezi, actually this one will take to load. Here's a PDF document. I know I tell you not to do PDF documents, but this could be a worksheet, a graphic, a guide, or something like that. And if you want to, you can pull videos right off of like commercial sites, like my favorite chef.
You see, Elton, it takes more than macaroni and cheese to make macaroni and cheese.
So this is right off of Food Network's website. So a lot of websites provide these videos, and they want you to embed them in various medias because they get a lot of counter hits, and then they get advertising dollars from that. So it's a win-win for everyone. And so on and so forth. And let me just show you how easy it is to add something in here. So, like I said, easy. I really mean easy. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on Manage Content. I'm going to click on Add Embed. I know I'm going to go really fast, but I'm just going to show you that it can be done quickly and easily. I'm going to go to the Khan Academy video and click on Share, click on Embed, go over here. Okay, for some reason the embed code is not showing up in here. That's really strange. And anyone else use embed before? Yeah, you know that there's an embed code that's supposed to be there. Way to go, Google! Made me look like an idiot.
In my humble opinion, the thing...
Stop it. Oh, there it is. Okay. He was hiding from me. All right, there we go. So, I don't know why that wasn't showing up, so I come over here. I'm going to drag this. Paste that code in, name it. Khan Academy, I can tell them watch. Okay, I know I'm going to get a letter from Khan Academy now. Why'd you make fun of me? Okay, so there it is. It's part of it. I could go, okay, I'm going to move it to right after Slide Rocket here. Hit save, and then here's Slide Rocket page, and here's next page, and then voila. Was that easy? Did that look easy? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated. Same thing with websites. So we come over here to the 60 minutes. Actually, let's go here to, let's just Google something. Let's do ACTE. Let's go to Correct Vision page. Okay, so here's that page. Let's go ahead and add that in there. Let's say that's a meaningful page of information. Of course it's meaningful. It's ACTE's page. There we go. Hit create. There we go. And then there it is, last page with its correct position. Da-da. And voila, there it is. And hey, if you have Google Drive, it's even easier. Add a Google Doc. Let's do the iPad session link. There we go. Now it's in. iPad session link. So this is just a test page, but there's no real information in there. So you can see that I just threw a Google Doc in there, just like that. So that's KP Compass, and it's all about promoting mastery, because what we want to do is we want to encourage students, get them to level up their knowledge, and have them go through that remediation process. So these pages can be any type of information, be agglomerate from the web, from websites, from wiki sites, from anything. And it's all about making it easy for both you and the students. And oh yeah, here you can type in learning objective, you know the Common Core standard code, there we go. And then voila, here's the, and I don't like this one, so I'm going to delete that one. Okay, oh, I'm going to show you one other really cool thing then. This is a super secret technology that we're working on, that I'm sharing with everyone. Actually, it's not a secret, but not many people know about it, only people, because we haven't published it yet. No, of course I did. I'll cast. No, still cast. There we go. So one of the things that we're doing is beyond just putting the information online. That's one thing, you know. But what about all the rest of the online benefits? Right now, if you visit Amazon.com or Netflix or any of these wonderful shopping sites, they're collecting lots and lots of data about you. They're collecting data about what you're looking at, where you're clicking, how much time you're looking at a certain item. And they're formulating a plan to sell you the most amount of things that you like, because that's their job. That's what we call big data analytics. Anybody heard of that term here? A few of you, good. Big data analytics is a really huge thing, especially hitting the Silicon Valley area, because that's where all the people want to invest in. Because it's new technology that allows you to take information and do intelligent decisions with it. So here I have a class, and I have, like, you know, let me just go in here and drag some questions here. I'm creating a summative exam. Okay, I'm doing a summative exam for my students. One of the things that we're doing at KP Compass is we're tapping into that same power and technology, the technology of big data analytics. We're capturing when they're looking at the pages, how much time they're looking at the pages, what they've done on the tests, whether they're doing it at 3 a.m., 5 minutes before class, on the bus ride, using, like, you know, geolocation, because if they're on a cell phone, geolocation data being passed through. All this wonderful information that normally gets lost because most of academia doesn't care about, but we do, because it creates what we call a social banded profile. What we call social banding means that, oh, okay, I thought my thing was going on. Social banding simply means if my behavior is like 3,000 other or 300,000 other people's behavior, then I could predict this type of outcome. So what we're doing is we're saying, if the student's behavior is behaving like 3,000 other students' behavior going like this, we can intercept that before they hit rock bottom. And we can send you an alert for that. So one example of that technology is what we call test overlay. So you'll be able to use this piece of technology too when you get in there. This is basically a showcase piece that we created to prove that we can do that. What test overlay does is, what I just did previously is I selected a bunch of questions here in to create a summative exam. I can print it out and make it a very standardized test. You know, summative exams has to be sticks, has to be standardized. You can randomize it, you know, for every teacher, every student, like A, B, C, D, but it has to be the same questions. So I am playing the what if game. What if I give my students at this very moment these set of questions based on their behavioral patterns, when they did things, everything like that? How would they fare? So we run a few algorithms, and based on their interactions with the system, we could paint a fairly accurate picture as to how well they would perform with the level of certainty. Certainty goes up, the more we know about them, meaning their behavioral patterns. This is science fiction technology brought to education. What do you think about that? Yeah. Like it? Want more of it? Support me, please. Because this is just the tip of the iceberg of what we're trying to develop. We want to use intelligence in education. We want to be able to gather data so we can make informed decisions. No more surveys anymore. Surveys are crap. Because like, I can feel one day today, I can feel one day tomorrow. But this is actual behavior throughout their academic process. And what we want to do is we want to take this behavior and we want to help guide them. We want to be able to use this data to be able to suggest, hey, this would be a great career, or this would be a great degree for you, or this might be a wonderful profession for you. Because with that type of information, job seekers are using this information to be able to find applicants now on whether they're going to be a good fit for the job. And we in education, too, can harness this technology. So this is just one very passionate piece that I love, that I wanted to share with you. Thank you. And you can export this information. There we go. So, that's KB Comes. Enough about that. You'll be able to play with it, maybe hopefully this winter break. Well, I mean, I'll get to you before that, but I know you're not going to have any time until winter break. Okay, so on to the next one. All right, so Slide Rocket. Oops. They have a schedule down? Great. So what do you think so sorry. What do you think so far? We got Trello, we got KB Compass. How much time do we have now? Oh, sorry, I went a little longer on that. I kind of went on a tirade, sorry. I apologize. I'll show you this. These our pieces are really awesome, and they're really very simple to perform. This is Slide Rocket. And what you do with Slide Rocket, it's a free service. And what Slide Rocket does is allows you to upload your PowerPoint slide into this cloud-based service. It converts it for you. It adds the transitions. It actually, the reason I like it is because there's other ones out there. This one supports media. This one supports sound. This one supports transitions. And it does a really darn good job at doing that. And if I wanted to change a slide like this particular one here, or this one because I don't like my picture, then I can just change it and it happens globally because anytime anyone accesses that slide, it's updated for everybody. So once you go into that slide, let's load this one. Click. Then you have like the ability to edit it. But I'm going to show you how you could share it. There's the embed code. Oops, I need to make it public first. By making it public doesn't mean that everyone can see it. That means that you can give out links to that. Click on the embed code. Remember how I copied the embed code earlier from the Khan Academy video? Take that, come over here, copy that, go over here to KB Compass, go to Manage Content, come over here to Add Embed, over here, paste that in there, come over here, type in some gobbledygook, and then, there we go. I have just uploaded a PowerPoint slide. I'm not uploaded, I've linked the PowerPoint slide right into this called Uter. And there we go. This is part of my iPad presentation, so that some of you missed yesterday. But anyway, so you can see that once you upload a Slide Rocket, which only takes minutes, you just go file, select, upload, done. So that's Slide Rocket, absolutely free. Just go to sliderocket.com and just sign up, and then you could just start uploading your PowerPoints into the cloud, just like that. Now over here, we have another service called SlideShare. All right, so SlideShare, you can upload your PowerPoint slides to SlideShare, but like I said, it doesn't have all the advanced capabilities of it. But the difference is, it's the YouTube of PowerPoint slides. So you can, if you put it on there, anybody can search for it. So if you want to put something up there to share with other people, you can do that. But the benefit of that is you can find other people's PowerPoint slides and get their stuff. So here's the PowerPoint slide. Just clicked on by random. This one's on the architect. So somebody put this up here. It's 78 slides. Whoa, that's way too long. But anyway, we come over here. We can copy the embed code, pop it right into KB Compass. So SlideShare is another free service, and it's a wonderful resource to have. The last one, anybody here use Google Docs or anything like that? All right, so you know the benefits of cloud documents. Collaboration, live documents. If you don't, get on it. It's really easy because it's just a Word document in the cloud. You go to your computer, you type it. In fact, you have 3 people typing on the same document at the same exact time. But the benefit of the Google Docs platform is that they just recently implemented My Drive. So My Drive basically, not My Drive, Google Drive. Google Drive is basically an expansion on the Google Docs platform. So what they did is they added 5 gigs of storage to your Google Docs account. So you can put media, pictures, other additional things, and then link it. So this is just a picture that I showed. This is the home screen for when you do go to the site, you'll be given a choice to log in to our student portal. So there's one, and then you can also put here, let's see here, here's the video. So I uploaded a AVI video into the cloud. So then now I can take this and embed it into the...
Ma, calm down. Listen to me. I know it says click with the mouse, but on a laptop, the trackpad is the mouse. Now, put your finger on it. It doesn't matter which finger. Good choice. Now, move it down to your email icon. The little envelope. What do you mean, what does it look like? It looks like an envelope! Fine, you don't like the computer? Don't use it. Sure, we can exchange it for a salad spinner. Goodbye.
So, with 5 gigs of space that's private, you can put things up that's on from your hard drive that used to reside on your hard drive into the cloud now. So this is something that I cannot upload to YouTube for obvious reasons. But I'm sure some of you have some things on your hard drive that cannot be uploaded to YouTube as well. So now, you got something to place it in the cloud. And that's the beauty of Google Drive. It's absolutely free. All you need is a Google account. And you just start using the documents. You can sync a folder to that, so you can designate a folder and everything you drag into it will automatically be uploaded right into it. Kind of like Dropbox. Anybody here use Dropbox? There we go. Dropbox is a great thing, but Dropbox doesn't support the same media playback tools like Google Drive does. Google has the power of YouTube behind them. So that's why I was able to do this as opposed to Dropbox. You know, Dropbox, actually, they don't do it anymore as of July of this year. They used to be able to let you publicly link documents, which is a way, but they don't anymore if you create a new account. So I can't say that you can use Dropbox anymore. But for those of you who have older Dropbox accounts, you could do public links and then use the same linking tools to keep you from this. So, in conclusion, in the last waning 3 minutes of our time together, I like to say that flipping your class is a medium of expression, because you can be creative with it. And based on your creativity, that's how you reach students like me who can accelerate, or for those like me who need a little extra help. I needed help in reading because I couldn't read. I had reading deficiencies. I didn't read a single novel in high school, if you can believe that, because I couldn't comprehend the words. I have a reading deficiency. But if I had a way to be able to go through a remediation process, because I know I'm struggling, but I have too much pride to go ask the teacher for help. Because I don't want to. I think I can do it. I know I can. But I don't want anyone else's help. I want to do it on my own. And those are the kids we want to reach. Because, dang it, stubborn people like me will change the world, right? Right? Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. If you have business cards, if you wanted to contact me, sign up for that class. I'll contact you. And please support what we do. We don't support